with Scott McGarvey moving to sub. The referee is Stephen Bates of Bristol. And in brilliant weather, Manchester United have their usual big following. And it's West Ham who get us away, attacking the goal to our left. They're in the dark shirts. Manchester United today in a change strip of white. Here's Jeff Pike on the ball for them. United in such a good run at the moment, having lost only one of their last 7 and having won their last 3 games by a goal to nil. Cross with a delicate touch, but not reaching Brooking. And a jump there by Ray Stewart, not making the right sort of contact, but here's Stewart again, finding Goddard. Devonshire away on the left, but it's cut out quite easily by Gidman for Manchester United. Moran backing off him. Devonshire coming back to help, and a goal kick. John Gidman coming back here, a part of a United defence that's conceded only 2 goals in their last 6 games. Brooking's header, it's Gidman again. Or Cross leaping early, but still getting a contact, being thumped in the back there by Kevin Moran. A free kick to West Ham. The West Ham players lining up for this one. In fact, it's the little touch from Orr releasing Devonshire. Here's Brooking. Laurent. Satisfactory season indeed for Ron Atkinson, the Manchester United manager. They look sure to get a place in Europe next season. Goddard, back again for Devonshire, played on quickly. Now for Brooking, just over the top. Good play there by West Ham, incisive and economical and very accurate. And Brooking shot just a little too high. Played in there by Devonshire. Brooking taking it well on his chest, hitting it first time, a fraction too high. Here's Devonshire, and now Cross, and a free kick for the foul by Kevin Moran. Mike's taken it, Devonshire played on to Brooking. Trying to get it in for Cowley, who'd come up fast. There's Allen on the far side. The cross coming in. Goddard couldn't quite get to it. But it really was a case of making a marvellous opportunity out of almost nothing. But West Ham get a throw with Laurent. Finding Brooking. Oh, that was amazing. Cross turning it in into the side netting. Applause all around, and the amazing thing, of course, is how Brooking managed to get a cross in here. He seemed to be so well covered, but he defies logic on those occasions, and Cross very nearly did the same there. Koppel. Moran. Stapleton. Koppel. Grimes back again for Koppel, whipping a good cross in, but it'll be a corner off the head of Ray Stewart. The question is whether there'll be time enough for United to take it. Well, they have already. Grimes getting it in, and Brooking with a header getting it away, only as far as Moses. Now Wilkins, can Allen intercept there? He can't. But Orr gets it to Allen as the half-time whistle goes. No goals. And a half-time score here at Upton Park. It's West Ham United 0, Manchester United 0. So the second half gets underway. Manchester United in white, attacking the goal to our left. The second half delayed by some 5 minutes or so because of the crush behind one of the goals and a few spectators getting onto the field. I'm just wondering what that will do for the concentration of the players. Score standing 0-0. And Stewart heading it behind for the corner to Manchester United. So Grimes with a corner in the first minute of the second half then for Manchester United. Birtles and Koppel and Stapleton in the West Ham 6-yard area. And flicked on by Stapleton, who rather optimistically felt that it would be a corner, but the referee was in a good position to see that it touched no West Ham player. It's a goal kick. Not the happiest of hunting grounds, this, incidentally, for Manchester United. The last 9 visits, they've come here in the league without a win. Goddard. Unfairly shoved off the ball by Moses. Free kick for West Ham. Interesting position. It could hardly be more central. It's something like 23 yards out from goal. Brooking and Stewart behind it. Stewart quite capable of blasting a hole in that United wall, and that's what he'll be aiming to do. They don't seem to be back 10 yards, and that's why the kick's been delayed while Mr. Bates gets that organised. Satisfied. Stewart with a shot into the wall. And cross! The kick was ferocious. It ricocheted off the wall off number 7 Moses, and Cross was in there to side-foot it with the outside of the right boot, and West Ham go into the lead with 4 minutes of the second half gone. So David Cross registers his 17th goal of the season. Nudge forward there for Brooking. Nudge forward now for Devonshire. And away on the right is Goddard, with Cross away on the left. Devonshire. Brooking. In for Devonshire again, and Gary Bailey out as those 2 midfield men from West Ham again slice away through that United defence. Devonshire and Brooking. There's the return pass. Bailey plunging out of his goal by now and getting it there. Goddard nodding it on for Cross, turning it back, but United getting possession. Here's Koppel. And now Kidman attacking from the back. Lovely acceleration there. Stapleton trying to get it back to him. Moran is there again for West Ham. And in the end, Stewart knows where it's safe. Goodman with the throw. Birtles with the backward header. Stapleton. Oh, against the crossbar. No, tremendous bed off there for West Ham. That would have really been a most spectacular equalising goal. But Devonshire comes away for West Ham. Well, it wasn't a particularly good pass, and it gives Wilkins the chance once again to try and find Koppel, but Devonshire, realising his mistake, tried to get back there, and then, in fact, gave away the corner in attempting the back pass to Parks. There's no doubt that Alan Devonshire has looked as good as anybody in the midfield today, and that's when you remember people like Brooking and Wilkins are also there, with England places for the World Cup in mind. Koppel playing it wide, Moran playing it in! And it's got to go down to Kevin Moran. Although there was an aberration on the line so far as West Ham were concerned, and there was a United player in there too, but they all missed it. And here's the defender's header. West Ham put off by the Birtles flick, and it goes past Parks and past Laurent and makes it 1-1. Grimes again. Orbiston. Long-range shot! Hit the post. Well, that's twice they've hit the woodwork in this second half, and 1 goal they've scored, Manchester United. A real raking shot there from Arthur Orbiston. which had the beating of Phil Parkes, but not the post. Here's Brooking. Back again for Devonshire. That's a good cross by him for David Cross. Well, Bailey made the save, but from my angle here, whether that in fact came off Cross or Moran is hard to say. Maybe the slow motion will tell us. Good cross whipped in once more for West Ham. They both went up for it, yes, quite clearly. David Cross's header. Coppell. Kidman. Now Wilkins. A little chip there towards Birtles. Well, that gave him every chance of making it 2-1. And Wilkins right at the centre of that one. A look up. And a beautifully played ball there, which Birtles took well. For all the attentions of the defender, might have done a little better. So Ray Stewart doing a bit of organising back there. Orbiston playing it in for Stapleton. Orbiston again attacking well from the back, cutting in a good cross there towards Coppell. Now Wilkins trying it on the other side as the other fullback gets in there now. Kidman, and there's Birtles with it. Oh, what a good save! And Moses maybe with a chance in a tremendous scrimmage there. The whistle has gone. But a marvellous example there in the first place of both United fullbacks. Full of attack and a good smiling conclusion to quite a scrimmage there in that West Ham 6-yard area. Kidman it was who dinked in a lovely little cross. Birtles a miraculous save in the first place by Parkes. Then the bodies and the feet started to fly and the whistle went. Duxbury. Coppell. Kidman. Birtles. Well played, Laurent. Pike finding in turn for Allen. Off cross again for Paul Allen. West Ham coming forward. Now Brooking, can he get a good cross in? Now he can! Oh, a superb save by Gary Bailey from Goddard's header. Tremendous piece of football. A lovely cross by Brooking. And a lovely reflex save from the Manchester United goalkeeper from Goddard's header. United, meanwhile, are making their substitution. Bailey, a tremendous save. Birtles goes off, and McGarvey is now on. But he'll only be on for a matter of a minute or so. A real late substitution, that one. Brooking now with the corner towards Stewart. Devonshire flying wide of that United goal again. And a real rousing finish now at Upton Park. As the final whistle goes, and it's a 1-1 draw after a really good, exciting and attacking second half, with David Cross having put West Ham into the lead early in the half, and then Kevin Moran, number 5, getting a header in for Manchester United, who hit the woodwork twice, and West Ham came back with a storming finish, so maybe it's just about the right result, and there's applause all around Upton Park. People here certainly have enjoyed it. And a final score which reads West Ham United 1, Manchester United 1.